Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jared at 3Cs, and I got Bryn Steffan with me today.
How you doing?
I'd like to thank him for coming over today. Really short notice. Bike got here like an hour and a half ago, so good job getting here super fast. We're really pumped to be one of the first dealers in the country to get one of these 450 RXs specifically for him. So congrats to you, dude. You're gonna have one of the first ones.
I'm excited to see it.
So obviously, Beta's had a couple of them for Supercross, but there's not a lot of these in the country. So pretty pumped on that. And I thought what we would do is, it's for him. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff this summer. What are your thoughts on the summer?
I think it's going to be great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of practice indoor while the season's still like it is now here up north. And then going to plan to hit some outdoor rounds. First round we're going to hit is High Point. We're going to see how that goes and kind of take things from there. Yeah. Maybe do a few local rounds around here, just kind of get the bike out and around local.
Get the feel for it.
Aside from that,
just have a good fun summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last year you did a couple outdoors too.
I did.
Redbud. You went to Redbud.
I did.
And then what else did you hit up?
Just Redbud last year was all I was able to make it to, yeah.
So really cool. I mean, Redbud's like Redbud. So,
oh, yeah.
Super cool.
It's one of the greatest tracks to be at.
Yeah, as far as a fan. And just like to say you did it, it was like, congrats on that. So
thank you.
Really cool there. So obviously this is a 450. We're going to crack this thing open. And so I already did like a YouTube reel earlier on this thing. I couldn't wait. So he's got the directions to set up stuff. Really simple. We put together hundreds of bikes. So this bike is simple because there's no headlights on it. So let's stop talking about it. I've already had it open there, and then I cheated. I cut down the side and I slid it this way. So we'll get this thing opened up all the way. And then let me grab my knife out of here. And then I'll use the back side as a table because this table's bottom. Come on in, Braxton, check this thing out. So I am so excited. Obviously at Detroit Supercross last week, 2 weeks ago, we got to check out like the factory ones. And I was wondering if these were going to come with the aluminum subframe, and they are. So that's really cool. You can see it all the way up in here as well. We're going to do a little bit more than like a normal bike setup. You know, like a normal PDI is just kind of putting the handlebars on it, but we're going to take the gas tank off of it. We're going to check all the wiring for him. We're going to dielectric grease everything, put it all together nicely. What were you riding last year?
Yeah, I was on a KTM. A few of the bikes I've been on before. I went from a KTM 250 to a Yamaha 250. The reason for that was back in 2015 when KTM went to the Air Forks. Wasn't really a big fan of that, so I wanted to stick with something I was more comfortable with. And with the KYB on the Yamaha, really allowed me to settle in a lot better. So that's what I'm really excited to get back in on with the Beta. After being on the Yamaha for a bit, I then went to a KTM 450, was riding the 450 for a bit. The Air Forks on it just weren't working as well for me as I'd like them to. So I think getting on something that will handle a little bit better for me will really do the trick.
And that check engine light is new?
Yeah, so like this is the first 4-stroke we've ever gotten that doesn't have like the brake sensors. This is so cool. This is what we've always wanted for like woods racing. We've always just wanted like a kill switch and a start button. So they always make like these race harness kits that we install. I'm looking forward to maybe a woods version of this bike where 18 rear, softer suspension, but Beta's definitely headed in the right direction with this. So for now, we're just going to kind of put the bars on here, and then we'll get it off the crate, and then we'll let Bryn decide how he wants to do it. And then I don't know if we've talked about it, but the goal in the next week or two, there's an indoor track out in Butler, PA. Is that the town?
Yeah, it's Butler. Switchback.
Yeah, we're going to try to hit up Switchback. And the cool thing is we're going to take my dad's brand new 430. So we have a 430 race edition, the woods version. We're going to take that with us as well. And we're going to ride them back to back. So obviously this bike's probably going to crush it, and that's the whole goal, or that's the dream anyway. But at least give customers that are used to a 430 some feedback.
Yeah, before even getting the plastic off too, just seeing some of the cosmetic work that they put into this thing, it's awesome.
No, you haven't seen it yet. I'm so pumped for you. I haven't cut it yet. I slid it up, and I was pretty pumped on it. So this year Beta went to the blue front fender. Dude, check that thing out. So the RX model, like the 2-stroke version, has the blue rims on it. They got rid of like the wheel speed sensors. That's all gone because moto version here. So one brake line all the way up through. It's the braided, and then it has like the new crimps on the brake line so they don't slide around on us, which is nice. It's got the hydraulic clutch. Look how simple this wiring is. So reading the instructions, which we'll do next here in a minute, is this is all going to clip in. This is really cool. They give us like a cool little bracket right here for all these wires to clip into. It's going to be nice. We're going to dial electric grease all this stuff for him here in a minute. But that's going to be for our map switch, because the map switch goes in the bar pad. So can't wait to start the bike here in a minute and check that out. And then let's look under the seats, because I thought from what I was, so check this out, Braxton, this is different. So for this year, for the RX model, and this is not on the two-stroke version, this is just the four-stroke. It's a whole new rear fender design. So we're going to push here. We went to the Detroit Supercross 2 weeks ago, and like I didn't want to touch the bike and get in trouble, so I didn't actually pop the seat on it. So this looks a lot different than the standard bikes. So usually this rollover sensor is up here more in the front. We're going to check all this. I'm so excited. Wow, check out this harness, Braxton. This is so simple and so well put together. So normally on some of these harnesses, things are really tight, kind of all over the place, but look how simple that is. There's one packet of wires going up through the side. It's kind of cool. The seat catch is out of aluminum there. So obviously this is our battery tray right here in the middle, our starter relay. And then look up underneath the seat too. You can zoom out just a little, but check up under here. Underneath this rear fender, it's so much cleaner under here. So normally like you have to have the bracketry, so if you want to put like the rear taillight on, that's been completely shaved off of this model.
It's a lot lighter.
Dude, yeah. And it's got the red airbox too, which is all new. And then here, zoom out and step over here real quick. Come on this side. I'm curious how, oh yeah, there's plenty of strength there. So everybody's always coming to the showroom and grabbing this, because like we'll take like the rear fenders off the other models and there's still plenty of strength. So that's cool. Dude, check out the exhaust on this thing. Check out how big that is. And that's sick. It's already got a cool built-in head pipe. It says Beta right on it. It's got the new brake master cylinder there, which is awesome. Dude, they shaved, that is so cool. They shaved the kickstart kit right off of this. So all new cases for this bike. Like our oil filter is here. So it's a split case engine design still. We still have engine oil on this side and then gear oil on the other side, which is nice. That way your engine fibers aren't running through the motor, or the clutch fibers aren't. Check out all that stuff. Look how nice that's all routed up through there. The routing is nice and clean. Yeah, this is just a breather tooth for the crank, or for the engine side. Stator wires. This is your neutral sensor here. Slave cylinder. It's got a 13-tooth sprocket on the front of it. And then nice and, look how clean this is up through here, like the fuel connector. Look at all the extra room. So I'm really excited about all that, all these cool changes. This right here is the standard bar pad. So the one that when we were at Detroit, the one that I did the video on had the new Beta bar pad. Because this is one of the first ones, maybe Beta will send out a bulletin, but that's our bar pad that we're gonna have for now. I was excited to show you guys the new one. We got the frame guards. We'll put those on in a minute. Got our battery. And I don't see the front number plate. This is for the pipe. It's a little pipe protector on the side there. And then a spark plug wrench. And owner's manual. This setup on this is so easy. Literally battery, frame guards, number plate. Oh, there's a number plate. Dude, so many people have been calling wanting this blue number plate. It is such like a valuable item right now. We could probably start a bidding war on this blue number plate. The reds have been available, but blue has not been available. So, ta-da! It's like a golden coin. I'm so excited we're getting through this thing. So I just took the gas tank off because I had to see underneath of it. Let's just show this real quick, Braxton. So every four-stroke we've ever had has always had like the low fuel light, which would kind of be, let's see, no, on this side. So it's a completely new gas tank on this RX model, which is cool. And then it has the new radiators too. It's got the new caps on there. I was really excited to show you guys that new bar pad that mounts in the middle here. Let me grab the sheet. Stay right there. So this is, well, I guess it was in our Detroit Supercross video, but it's the new bar pad that has the map switch built into it. But they shipped, they just, in the crate, they're going to ship us within 30 days the correct bar pad. So for now, it's just going to be, you can kind of show what it came with, Braxton.
This came along in the basic.
Normal bar, basic. You say it. I love it. We want the LE stuff. So normal bar pad, switches up here. The wiring is super straightforward, so thin. There's hardly anything coming out of here, coming all the way down.
Like 3 wires.
So on normal bikes, there's another bracket right here that has all kinds of stuff holding it. What I noticed right away is that there's no back injector. There's just the single injector on it. So like on the RS bikes that we've been working on, there's a back, like injector 1, injector 2. So there's one injector on this bike, which is cool. A really tall air box. Really hard too. So like it's super tall, ton of volume in there. And then the air filter is a little bit more difficult to get out. It's like everything is kind of a little bit tighter on it. So I had to there's not a lot of room to push down on this tab. So you kind of have to push it down and kind of,
Weasel it out.
yeah, work the air filter out. The ECU seems like it's a smaller ECU as well. Like just the actual size of it is nice and small. So these are just some things. I just wanted to take this apart, but I'm really happy with the wiring. Like everything is, like nothing's getting pulled on. We're gonna dial it or grease it real quick, but everything looks nice and clean all together, all the way down through. I'm wondering if this here is for like a fan. If they added so we can put a fan kit on it, because it's an empty. Can you see it from that side?
That?
Yeah, it's normal. I think that's just if you want to put a cooling fan kit on the bike, which you might want to, which I'm glad they left that in the main harness. Right away, one of the only things that we're going to do is put a slave cylinder guard on it. We're going to take off the black guard for now, just do regular slave cylinder guard. We don't know what spring rates are in this bike. We pulled that up on the computer a few minutes ago, but we don't know what spring rates are in it, so he's just going to have to ride it and see what he thinks of it, and kind of tune it by feel, I think. All right, dude, sit on that thing. Pretty tall sitting right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna break in though. I think like once you get some time on it. That's how the betas always are in the showroom. Everybody comes in like, oh my gosh, it's taller than advertised. I'm like, it is tall, but once you put like 10 hours on it or whatever, suspension will settle. But does it feel a lot taller than what you're used to?
It's a little bit taller, yeah.
Yeah. How do the levers
As
feel?
far as where the bars are and everything, it feels just about where my KTM was at.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've always liked like the beta stock bend, not trying to talk it up, but I've always thought that bar bend was good.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Now, of course, we'll get some time on it too. But yeah, we can adjust these up or down if you want, but once we get to switchback, we can really fine tune it there, whatever. But we'll sing this thing outside and we'll get this thing started. I'll leave it to watch your head coming up. Watch your head too, buddy.
I need to.
It's
water.
I don't have my hoodie here. Give her a crank. Take like a couple of push on it. Are you cold?
Yeah.
Go back inside, you're fine. It's so bright. Check the oil. Oil looks perfect. This thing sounds, it's idling so good. Like first start.
I can't believe how quick you started up too.
Yeah, started up fast. It doesn't help that it's like 20 some degrees and super cold. We're leaving for the GNCC tomorrow. Look at it out here. It's freaking horrible. It's super windy.